great week. I have more content for you, which is so exciting. While I'm working on those videos that crashed, if you've been watching, you know I had some unfortunate computer trouble, which seems to be resolved now, so that's very great. But this weekend I did something really awesome, and if you're watching these videos, you already know that I love horror movies. I'm a huge horror movie fan, and I love Halloween and haunted attractions. I'm a really big haunted attraction enthusiast, and so this week I kind of merged my love of them together and did something really awesome. So I'm going to start a little bit back though. First off, if this is your first time popping in, I'm Tony, so nice to meet you. And this is where I kind of talk about a lot of different spooky things, a lot of movie stuff, and definitely, right now it's all about spooky road trips because it's the perfect time of year for it. And this past weekend, I went to a place in Pennsylvania that I have never been before. I love that. I love going somewhere new. So this was my second new haunted attraction this year, which I was very excited about. And it is called the Waldorf Estate of Fear. And this place is a really... I would honestly give this a very high mark in terms of a haunted attraction, but I'm going to kind of start a little bit back from getting there. Last October, when I had first purchased Shudder, which is a horror movie streaming app, which if you don't have it, do yourself a favor, go get Shudder. It's awesome. They have such great content, especially right now. Tons of horror movie classics for October, but also you can watch a ghoul log instead of a Yule log, which if you're like me and you don't really love Christmas, I'd much rather watch a jack-o'-lantern on my screen. So they have that stream. You can watch it all day if you want to. I actually work from home, so sometimes I just like stream it now from home, like when I'm working from home, and it's awesome. Anyways, so last year I saw a movie on there called Hell House LLC. I was kind of skimming through their content and I saw this movie. And I thought, found footage films are like a hit and miss with me. But, I was kind of like home and just kind of, I watched pretty much everything they put on there. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and watch this movie. And I watched it by myself. And it was totally creepy and fun and just awesome. So Hell House LLC is about a group of people who make a haunted house. It's a traveling haunted house. And they decide to make it this year in an abandoned hotel called the Abaddon Hotel, and a lot of spooky things happen, and I'm not going to spoil the movie for you. However, some of the haunted attraction, I will give some key detail in, so if you don't want to know too much about it, you might want to skip some parts of this video. But so these makers are in there. There's a lot of spooky things happening. There's some tragedy, there's some scary stuff, there's a terrifying clown. And so this year, just recently, they released a sequel to this movie, which I honestly thought was even better than the first one. I loved it. I was honestly like genuine scares. My boyfriend was laughing at me because I think I had the blanket up to my face like here, but it was a lot of fun, really great as far as sequels go, and that's also on Shudder right now. So again, if you haven't tried Shudder, and no, I don't work for them or anything, I'm just saying so because I think it's awesome and I love spreading the joy of horror to everyone. But they do a lot of like free trials, so they do like 7 days, and some places they do longer. Actually, right now I'm super lucky because I won a free year, which how awesome is that? There was a contest with Spirit Halloween, and I entered and won. It was just like an Instagram contest, and so I won a free year of Shudder, which is so exciting. And so when Hell House LLC 2 came out, I, of course, the day it came out, I, wanted to watch it and was not disappointed. And when I was watching the film, I was thinking to myself, wow, the filming location of this place is so spot on to the original. It makes me think that they filmed it in a real place. And so, of course, I get online and, I'm like a sleuth trying to find out the information. And I find out that they film at this place in Pennsylvania, which is about 2 hours from me. It's called the Waldorf Estate of Fear. And so it was a mission this year to get there and to experience the Abaddon Hotel for myself. And so I went this weekend, you guys. It's awesome. Little bit about the place itself, there's a lot of different Halloween style activities that you can do there, which is like, it's great because it's not just one attraction and you're finished, especially if you're doing a long drive out, like I am. So you could buy like a combo pass. They have a hayride, which I love. I'm a sucker for like a traditional, spooky hayride, especially if you're really sitting in hay. I love that. So you just like kind of get down, you're sitting in hay. It's awesome. And then you have like, you're going through and it's like different movie sets, and they have some big monster scares in there, and I thought it was really fun. I won't spoil the detail for you in case you can still make it, because there's still a little bit of time left in October. You might be able to make it there. I don't want to overshare. What I will say is, as far as hayrides go, I thought it was a lot of fun. And then unfortunately it was like pouring outside when we got there, so we're like just covered and like freezing, and like 14 jackets on and trying to like keep toasty. And so when the hayride's over, we're like, let's go wait for the hotel because it's like we're soaked, and at least we'll be inside. So we wait and we get under, and it's the same like awning that they show in the film. So I'm like geeking out because as soon as you pull up to the place, it's exactly, I mean, the exterior shot is the same building. And so I'm like totally nerding out. My friends are laughing at me. And so I'm like, oh my God. And they had a sign up that said Abaddon Hotel, even though that's not, what it's called all the time. So, so I got some great shots of that, which was really fun. And so you're waiting online, and they have like an old maid, like a ghostly looking maid come out just like in the movie to bring you in, which made me even more excited. I was so nerdy about it. And so I if you watched my last video about Halloween Horror Nights, I am one of those people that if I'm either going to a location that has like a rich history, or like like that spooky ambiance that just kind of draws you in, I'm so taken with the detail that like I'm very easy to scare when that happens, because I'm like, wow, this is always going on, and I'm really excited. And so I was nerding out in this place because you walk in, and there's some stuff in it that's different from the films, but I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of it is the same. And as I was walking through, I'm like smacking my friends like, oh my God, can you believe like what we're seeing right now? This is awesome. And so for those of you who have seen the movie, you do get to walk through places like the kitchen. When you walk out of the certain room, there's like a room where like in the first movie, like a certain character gets sick. You walk out there, you walk through, there's a scene in the first movie. This is a spoiler. So fast forward 10 seconds if you haven't seen these movies, but there's a scene in the first film where when they're setting up, there's an actor that there's a person running this attraction that's setting up a room that's heavily cobwebbed and strobed, and they have like I think he calls them freaks, but it's just it's like Halloween dummies like set up to like scare you as you're walking through, and you actually walk through that room, which I was nerding out so hard about. You walk through the dining area, you walk through the bedrooms, which they had very similar characters to things that show up in the film. So I'm trying not to spoil too much, but I will tell you they were good and they were scary. And a lot of the spaces in this place were in the dark. They were maze-like. I had to crawl. At one point I got separated. They did not let me go I was there with two of my male friends. They said, absolutely not. You got to go through this area by yourself. And I'm a brave little toaster, so I was totally okay. They have, so for those of you who have seen the first movie or in the second movie or either of them, they have the clown. He's so scary. And I'm not one of those people who's scared of clowns in general. I'm not. I think that the only clown I was ever scared of growing up, honestly, was Ronald McDonald, because he had black eyes like the devil. like this clown in this movie I find to be terrifying. And so they had him there, and I will just say at that moment, now I go to a lot of haunted attractions. I am one of those people who is always wanting to be first when I go through it because I want to see everything. I want the scare. So like when I'm going through with a group of my friends, I don't want to be in the back because then like I'm going to miss out, if they jump out at my group, like I kind of want it, so I'm usually that person who goes first. And so I definitely pushed my friend in front of me for protection. I was definitely scared of the clown. You walked through other iconic parts of the film. There's a particular staircase going up to the attic that you do get to go. The only place from the film that you did not get to go was the basement, which I chatted with people who run the attraction, and they said that basically they don't really let people down there, and I'm sure it's like not safe. And I was like, hey, if you ever want to change your mind and do tours or something, I will be the first person to sign up because I'm such a horror nerd. And going into that place and not just not just only experiencing a haunted attraction that was really fun and really well done, but also being able to do it, and it enhances the senses when you saw it in a movie that creeped you out to start with. So it's like just kind of like that extra oomph, and so I definitely had some great scares in this place. The staff was wonderful, great pricing, honestly, like very cute setup, ample parking, like just awesome as far as haunts go. And then when we were done with that part, we had to miss out on one of the attractions that we purchased, which was kind of a bummer, but it was raining really hard and we had kind of gotten there late. And so they have this like a zombie flag game where you actually go through a course. They give you flags, and then like the zombies come and chase you. And if they take the flags off you, you're out of the game. So they had that, and we did get to walk through it, but it was like super muddy, because it was like pouring outside. And it's there's like a really cool like graveyard scene, and I mean you can tell they put a lot of hard work into this haunt, which is so appreciated. And then we did they had an escape room. And so they had like a zombie theme escape room. And I have to be honest with you, I hate admitting this, but this is the first escape room I've ever lost, which is such a bummer. It was a tough one. Zombie Escape Room 2, if you go there, maybe you can crack it. I don't know. I was a little bit too slow. I was on the right path, but sometimes you get it right away and sometimes you don't. But overall, Waldorf Estate of Fear, I will be back to you every single year. Honestly, it's a great attraction to go to just in general. It's really well done, and if you're a fan of Hell House LLC like I am, it's going to just enhance it for you. So I would definitely recommend checking it out before the season's over if you can, and if not, next year get your butt down there. It will definitely be worth it. So I hope that you enjoyed this review, and you can look for more spooky content coming soon. Oh, and don't forget, if you are following me on social media, and if you're not, hey, come join the party. But Maya October 365 Instagram, I'm doing just a little countdown to Halloween. It's just a hashtag I'm adding to photos. I want to see people's Halloween pictures. Show me your costumes and your food and your fun things that you're doing. Share that Halloween joy with me. It makes me super happy. I look forward to seeing everybody's pictures, and I'm sharing pictures daily of just my day-to-day stuff. So hope that I get to see yours too. Until next time, stay spooky, and I'll see you soon. Bye.